Hey everybody, this is Megan again. Just wanted to check in for day 6 of the 7-day mental diet and see how everybody's doing with your positive thinking. Today has been, not gonna lie, a challenge for me. I am noticing how much my health affects my thinking, and especially today with my sleeping. And I realized that since I didn't get enough rest, it was really hard for me to focus and just get normal things done, let alone try to stay on a positive note. And so that has been added to my things of needing to improve on my sleeping and getting enough rest so that I can be at my best self. And one thing I was reflecting on a lot today was what leads me to negative thought. And I've thought about this actually all week, and it seems to me that my biggest pet peeves, things that seem to lead me to negative thinking, is criticism, comparing myself to other people, interruptions from other people, or things not going according to my plan. I'm a big planner, and when things don't go the way I think they should, sometimes I get upset. And the same goes with interruptions. I tend to think of them as this is not part of the plan, and so it should be happening, and then I get in a cycle of negative thought. With comparing and criticism, it's basically the same thing. You see everybody on Facebook, or you see your neighbor or whatever, and you really only see the surface of them, and then you start comparing and criticizing yourself, or someone well-meaning person gives you a piece of criticism, and you start harping on yourself, and it leads to one negative thing after another. And I was thinking to myself, what is the root cause of all this? I mean, what really is leading me to think this way about myself, and for these things to bother me so much? And what I realized was the root causes of my negative thinking were either fear or pride. When someone interrupts me, it's a prideful thing that I would be negative about it or answer harshly, because why is my time any more important than theirs? Why are my questions any more important than their questions? And the same goes with change of plans. Why do I think my plan is the best plan? Usually it's not. The Lord leads me down many different paths that I had no idea I was going to go down. And if I always thought my plan was the best plan, I wouldn't be doing a lot of the things I'm doing today, and I wouldn't have had many of the experiences I've had. And the same goes with fear, with criticism and comparing, fearing that you're not good enough. That is part of your pride, but also it's thinking that your worth is based on what you do, or how you act, or how well you perform, and that's not true. We all have a divine nature, and we all have worth that we can't even understand. And it's because of who we are, not of what we do. And that's a really hard one for me to understand sometimes. I am very much a doer, and getting things done makes me feel worthy. And that is not a correct principle. It's not something that I should base my worth on. And so those are the battles that go on in my head of thinking, start comparing myself, and then saying, hey, wait a minute. She's not me, and she doesn't have the same message or same mission as me. And so why would I be comparing probably one of her strengths to one of my weaknesses in the first place? And also, why would I be comparing at all? Because our lives are not meant to be the same. We're meant to be different. And I think that is really important, especially for me to remember in this challenge, that if I stay in tune to my thoughts and keep them on the positive note, the Lord can speak to me much more easily, and I can be led down the right path to where I need to be. And another thing I was thinking a lot about today was the fact that sometimes we do have our plans, and they don't go according to what we think they should. And sometimes we can't find a plan. We can't figure out what we're supposed to do exactly. And both of those ways generally lead to negative thought because we start thinking, we start worrying, and worry is a cycle that really is not helpful at all because it doesn't find a solution. It just keeps finding all the problems with things. And I've noticed that since I've tried to switch my thinking over to solution finding rather than worrying, that the solution can either be found very quickly or in a prayer or through a friend or someone. The Lord will comfort me and say, don't worry, I have a plan. Even if you don't, I do have a plan. And as I was speaking with a friend today that is in basically the same boat as we are right now, moving and not knowing all the details, I started finding myself getting in that worrying cycle of what about this and what about this, and as much for them as for us. And then I thought, wait a minute, the Lord has already given us comfort. Just keep that comfort in your heart and remember what He's told you, that He will take care of you, and keep moving forward. I mean, of course, we're not going to sit here and just let our life pass or take us wherever the wind takes us. We are going to move forward. We're going to try to do our best. But also, if we don't know all the answers, if we only see the light one step in front of us, take that step. And then the light will turn on one more step and we'll take another step. And that's many times, almost always in my life, that's how it's been, where I will only see one step in front of me, but I know the Lord will take care of me. And it's brought me back again and again to one of my favorite scriptures that has been since I was a teenager, when I first started really thinking about where I was going in my life. And it's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And that has brought more meaning to me over the years as I have pondered on it and realized that when we rely on our own understanding, it is so limited because we cannot see the whole picture. And we only have what's right in front of us. And how can you make a decision with that on your future when your future is something you can't even imagine at times? And so trust in that feeling in your heart, and know that you will be guided. And keeping positive will help you be guided even better, because you'll be looking for solutions, you'll be looking for answers. And I know this is really true in my life, and I'm so thankful for it. And I would love to hear how this is going for you, what your thoughts are, what has been helping you, what insights you've had, anything you've read or listened to that has really clicked with you. Please share it with all of us so that we can learn and grow together. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.